Titillating Tuesday. Does it make you laugh? Does it make you laugh?
Welcome to Titillating Tuesday, 8th of October 2024. Add the digits together. There's the 8 at the end, 16, 26. 26 is a good number. Add it together, that's an 8 as well. 26, 230. My new meditation variation to my meditation has now been ongoing for a week, and well, we've had an X9 flare, we just had an X1, in terms of looking at what significant events were happening at the time to remind me in the future, and my gematria was also bringing me some interesting results about some protagonistic characters at this time. My own numerology technique, where I calculate what 2/3 of the year is, multiply it by 10, then just multiply it by multiples of 10, I suppose. Yeah, so that's produced some interesting results when I do other people's charts based on that technique. And we got a second moon, but that was on track, and we've had an eclipse. Those are things that were on track, so it will help me remember when I started that. And of course, one's birthday is coming up. Quite a few people's birthdays, significant people's birthdays, are coming up or have been already. I've just finished meditating now. I still see what you call coloration not being causation, synchronistical vibes. Yeah, so hang on. Yeah, still not caught a cold. Yeah, so the meditation is for my health, and it's still holding well. Relatively speaking, is how you measure your health, because if everyone else's health is there and yours is there, then you're doing better. If it's there, then you're doing just as well as everyone else. So I think I'm just doing just as well as everyone else, considering that I didn't take the medical aid. I don't take any medical aids unless you call meditation a medical aid, but it is in a way placebo. Generation is also a task, so I make up funny stories for myself, just to things which are synchronistic with current events, so cannot be disproven. Those I find are the best delusions. But life itself is a delusion. Anyway, today's viral, it's like that, isn't it? A joke that is so bad that it kind of builds up in your head, and it's a bit like there's some man-made situations that are akin to a virus to the human race. When people start getting defensive about things, and then they start thinking that everything's about them, and then they start attacking you for just their perceived stereotyping of you, because they expect you to be a certain way and attack you just for being, without even having said anything, from just stereotyping, because they're being ultra defensive. That's akin to autoimmunity. It's like a virus hit, and as they were fixing it, they just started to carry on like everything needs fixing, when things were all right already. But look, today's joke. What do you call a virus that is good at reading? A novel virus. Google novel virus and see if it don't mean a different thing. Because yeah, a novel a novel is a book, so a virus that's good at reading. Meditation also helps me clear my throat because I'm a smoker. So you know, it's also good for meditation, smoking as well. Also, and as an inebriator and an anesthetic as well. Anesthetic, yeah. So I'm not an idiot, and in terms of being philosophical about life, what is life? What is death? What is the hereafter? um, Hereafter is an interesting term, but interdimensions means that this is like an onion with layers, isn't it? You take off the top skin, you reveal the next one. Maybe we are all aware of different planes of existence. There's dream space, there's real space, and then there's what is interdimensional to the real. We're going round in circles. What's here? All that I do, but I still smoke because like you only get one life to live. Don't have no regrets, and listen to your body. Listen to your body always. Yeah. Whatever happens, people can't tell you to believe in something you're not experiencing. Yeah. If you start to feel hot and you look at the computer and it's telling you it's -5 or something like that, then you have to go with what you're feeling rather than what you're being told. Especially in today's world where they are doctoring scientific evidence. They're borderline doctoring it. They're kind of deriving their premise, and you got to go with what you feel. If somebody talks to you about how they have a real power and you don't feel it, you just take their word for it. But you can't say that that's something that you know. If somebody tells you that they have a real power and they tell you, I'm putting it on now, and you feel it, that's truth. Truth is what you have detected as information, and feeling is a form of information, but it's a metaphysical one. It's not the same as data that you see on a disk or drive. Yeah, it's so felt information is also valid, but you do not mix the context. You do not mix felt information with physical information, like heat, cold, touch, and pressure, and so forth. So what was I trying to link anyway? Yeah. So if somebody tells me I have a power, I don't get jealous of them. I say, good for you. But if I feel that power, then I'll say, okay, I know you have a power. Yeah, right? So if I was to tell you that I had a power, I don't think I have a power outside of my mind. I have a power to defend my mind, to defend myself, but a power that goes beyond it. I'm looking at all the synchronicities and they're just that. I don't think coloration is causation yet, but things do colorate, and it's an interesting anecdote. But I think yes, in terms of being discerning, yeah, using your being discerning, basically, you have to separate bullshit from the real thing. Something that you can see as information is true. Information cannot be false because it's either there or it's not. Information that is there, with respect to there and not there, cannot be false information. Information can be divergent from a norm, but it can never be false. Information is information. Yeah. If it doesn't exist and somebody says it does, then that's false information. Yeah, that's just false. It's not false information, that's just false. But anyway, it's about figuring out what information is. So if somebody tells you to have a power but you haven't felt it, that is something that somebody said. You take their word for it, but you don't believe it, because that's something you've never known as information. You've never detected as information, or deduced word detected by way of feeling, yeah, or sensing with your five senses, yeah. Feeling being the sixth one. Yeah. You've never felt or sensed their power, then you take their word for it, but that's not something you should harbor as a belief. Yeah. If I tell you of my Lord that is an infinite amount of times more powerful than me, and then you feel my power, and I tell you to multiply that by infinity, at least you felt my power, and you can derive your premise from that. I've gone on way too long. Anyway, Titillating Tuesday, 8th of October 2024, out.
Titillating Tuesdays. Does it make you laugh? Does it make you laugh?
Like, subscribe, share.